Hi Pisces. I love you guys. I'm excited for you this month too. I think October tends to be kind of a cool month for Pisces. Um, Kind of a beautiful time of growth and expansion. And I have to say, you guys, October is intense. Like, it's intense. I'm not joking around. I think I'm doing you guys are like number 8 in the lineup this month for me as far as recording. And so you're kind of in the middle, and so I'm getting a sense of what's coming up for people. This month is, it's beautiful, it's expansive, but it's a little bit, like, I get the sense of, like, vertigo. Like, a lot of people are going to be feeling vertigo, overwhelmment, confusion. It's a kind of an optical illusion of being pulled back, but moving forward. It can be kind of heavy, so keep that in mind. But I think, Pisces, you guys are going to have a relatively beautiful month. It's a month of change. It's a month of, and I'm shuffling right now, so we'll see what the intuitive cards say. But here's the thing. Here's the big event that's going on in October that everybody's talking about, which is that Jupiter is shifting from Libra into Scorpio on the 10th. And that's kind of cool for you guys because it's shifting into your 9th house of travel, of expansiveness, of where you know your big visions of life. You know, the note I have is about that. Your beliefs, your perceptions of the world, where you want to take things, where you want to move things in the future. Like, it's beautiful energy, and it's gonna feel like you're really connecting in with that bigger vision. So, and Jupiter's going to stay in Scorpio in your 9th house for a year. So I think, honestly, you have one of the best placements because Jupiter rules the 9th house as it is. So it's in this really nice, like, snuggy placement for you guys. We also have the Aries full moon, which is just a really intense, focused, like, forward-moving energy. It's called the Hunter's moon. It's intense energy. So there's a lot going on. Plus, Pluto is doing this crazy dance with all these planets. Like, there's squares and there's trines and there's oppositions. It's a lot of stuff happening. So the month itself collectively has a lot of tension in it. It has a lot of intensity to it. It has a sense, a lot of what people are saying about what these placements are bringing up on the collective is that truths are coming out. The truth is being spoken. And because of those truths, things are shifting. So there is a sense for everybody this month that the tectonic plates are shifting, so to speak. Not to, I know there's a lot of earthquakes going on right now. The tectonic shifts are happening and things are changing. And I think because we're in your 9th house of expansion, of thinking the big vision, dreaming, philosophy, you're going to be getting really to the bones of what's serving you. And that keeps coming up too as a theme, is what's serving you. But here's the thing, you guys. I'm not kidding around when I say that this month is quite the little journey, because even you guys who I'm like, oh, you have a great placement, Pisces, you're so good at, like, flowing with stuff, and you guys are. The first 3 cards I'm just going to show you right now are pretty intense. We have the King of Wands, the Tower, and the 10 of Wands. Wow, you guys. Here's the truth coming out and how it's going to affect you. So, starting off with this King of Wands, fiery personality here right out of the gate. You are dealing with somebody who's very fiery, very direct. And, this could even be you as well. But I have the sense this is somebody around you. You've got some kind of big powerhouse. And it's funny because I'm pretty sure this card came up last month when we were talking about all the personalities coming at you, Pisces, and how it was like, whoa, what is going on with the people coming at you? Apparently this King of Wands is sticking around. Now, this can be a really good thing, but it's associated with this Tower. And the Tower is a truth bringer, and it is a clarifier, and it is the purity of fire to cast away things that no longer serve. I love the Tower personally because it's a cleanser, because it clears the way forward. It releases you from being trapped in a tower, in a tower of isolation, in a tower of exhaustion, a tower of things that don't serve you. But it can be harsh. It can feel harsh. It can feel overwhelming. Whatever truth is coming out regarding this whole situation here, these are necessary truths. These are necessary cleansers. It's really fantastic, But for some reason, Pisces, I'm just going to say, remember to take care of yourself. Remember to take care of yourself, and remember that you aren't alone, because the Ten of Wands is a burnout card, and it is a card that is associated with, for me, whenever I see this card, this is like when you hold everything on your shoulders by yourself, and you think you have to. You think you have to hold your responsibilities and how you're feeling and what role you played in the tower all by yourself, and that you are responsible purely, and that nobody else can play a role in this at all. And it's a folly to fall in the fall into the Ten of Wands energy, because you're doing an impossible task with the Ten of Wands. You're not asked to carry this alone. The Tower comes from an entire situation. Something has to be shifted. Something has to change. Don't let it get in your head that somehow you are the one who brought about the fall of this old regime. You played a part. Not the only one. Not the only one in this picture. Keep that in mind as you go forward. You know, don't take on more of the moral culpability or the emotional culpability than is yours. Because you know, underneath the surface, you guys are so spiritual and so tapped in, and you get it. The Hierophant and Temperance came out, and this is so speaking to, the thing is, you guys are very deep. And you're Pisces, come on. You're connected in. And the Tower in some ways is about the surface. It's about clearing old things away and clearing out old regimes. But you know that underneath all of that intensity and all of that burning away and all of that shifting energy, that the real things that are coming through for you, the real things that are important to you, the real things that you want to stick with you are here in the Hierophant and Temperance. You know, the Hierophant is, this actually really connects with me, and the fact that you're having Jupiter in your 9th house, expanding your area of religious belief and ritual and your perception of the world. I mean, this is very deep spiritual energy. And you know that even though, you know that the way you live your life and the integrity with which you live your life has everything to do with why the Tower energy came in. It has everything to do with the truths that are coming out. It has everything to do with the movement that is coming out. And that in the end, it isn't frivolous at all. The Hierophant is a teacher. He is a hard teacher. He is a consistent teacher, and he is a teacher that will get to the very bones of the truth every single time. And you know that the changes you are making this month are about the truth. They're about living in authenticity. And that's also what Temperance is saying. You know, Temperance is an interesting card too. I also associate it with Jupiter because I associate it with Sagittarius. And Sagittarius is ruled by Jupiter. And I'm getting all loopy around here with all my connections, but these both are very connected with spiritual teaching, spiritual stewardship, spiritual knowledge, spiritual expansion. And the placements for you this month are very much about the fact that the life you're living on the surface, the things that you're projecting out, you know, this King of Wands is also about ego. The things you're projecting out, the things you are living out have everything to do with what's going on at a spiritual level. And you know that living inauthentically has caused you to feel a division from the Hierophant and the Temperance card. And this month, you are going to be feeling that you are reuniting with this energy via whatever this Tower is, whatever this cleansing thing is. And this can show up in so many ways. This could be leaving a job. This could be having an argument with a lover where the truth comes out that you have been feeling put upon or that you have been feeling neglected. This could be a breakup. It could be a breakup. It doesn't have to be. It's really going to depend. Pisces, there's so many, you know, I'm not going to tell you what the Tower is for you, but it is something very specific and very real, and you know what it is because it's nagging at you right now as you're probably listening to this. It's been nagging at you. This breakthrough, this cleansing fire is reconnecting you with your knowing and with your spiritual center point. And it's recalibrating. What I always get with Temperance is this is recalibration. This is taking those scales and it is putting everything back into a motion that feels good for you. And you need that, Pisces. You got to have it. You got to have the flow. You got to have the flow. And here's the thing, you guys. You're being asked to take this spiritual knowledge, to take the depth of your knowing and build a new something with it. Building something new. Two of Cups. The world and the Two of Cups. Wow, you guys. A lot of you, this has everything to do with relationships. Relationships are important to Pisces. It's not everything. I know you crusty Pisces out there that are like, love, leave me alone for good. So some of you, maybe this won't be love. I'm not gonna, put that on the Pisces who have got their shells on strong. They're sticking with it. Good for you. Do what you need to do. But a lot of you, this has everything to do with relationships. It's interesting to get the Tower and the World in a reading together. I think the Tower for me is the more proactive, creative side of closing out an old cycle and starting a new one. The Tower is the destructive side of it. The World is the creative side of it. It is about closing something out and saying goodbye. It is about opening a new chapter, a new saga. It is about looking onto the horizon and what you want to do with that. And the Two of Cups, pretty classic. I think everybody can connect in with this energy very easily. We have Lovers. And unlike the Lovers card, the thing I like about the Two of Cups is this is about the practical flow of things. We're in minor arcana, so how do things work on the day-to-day? And this is about reciprocity and flow. Nobody's cup is more full than the other. So whatever this Tower thing is, it is recalibrating things so that there's more balance. More balance. That is the thing that's coming through for me. There has been not much balance for you. There's been a lot of tipping scales and just things just not flowing, just not feeling good. This month is going to be about balance. It is about burning things down, singeing it to the ground so that we can build with balance. We can build with spiritual knowledge. We can build with being true to our truest selves. And as a Pisces, you need to have that. We can't skip that. If we skip that, you guys feel ill. You could feel very sick living in this world without your spiritual core being alive and connected with. And here it is, you guys. It's coming. You're closing something out and something new is beginning. And that is just how it is. And that is the beauty of Scorpio energy, which we have a ton of in October. Like, yes, we're going into Scorpio season at the end. But Scorpio is kind of dominating early on because of this Jupiter thing. And Scorpio is the sign of death and transformation. It is about ripping things down that can't serve anymore and getting them out of there so that you can come out whole. And I think, weirdly, you guys are the sign so far that is having the most literal translation of that death transformation energy. I mean, we are also starting in your 8th house, in Libra. Sun is in Libra, so that is your 8th house. So we are actually having that happen. When we're talking about the season for you guys, that is part of this. It is part of shedding an old skin. You are going through that part of the year for yourselves. And you have a new moon in Libra in your 8th house. Think on the 19th. So there are going to be some new seeds planted. But what I like about this is it's good stuff. It's great stuff. It's stuff that jives with you. So whatever you're leaving behind is a great, great thing. It's great you're leaving it behind. It's time. We got to go. Here's the thing to keep in mind, because this month, for everybody, it is about bringing out the truth. It is about digging up old bones and just showing everybody our shadow sides. It's a little intense. It can get a little weird. There is a little bit of drama, a little bit, because we have the 5 of Swords and we have the 2 of Wands. So the 2 of Wands isn't drama, but the 5 of Swords is. The 5 of Swords is that person that you can't quite tell what they're doing. So what I'm getting from this is, whatever that Tower situation is, whatever you are needing to like strip and clean out and, get to the roots and start fresh with, whatever that is, there is somebody here who might be a little resistant or who you can't quite tell how they're going to react, how they're going to handle it. Just keep that in mind, just keep an eye out. Just keep yourself centered. Keep an eye out, looking around you. Just remember not to get too in your head about it and to just be as direct as possible, because the reality is that the 2 of Wands is the looking out on the horizon towards your new future. It's a beautiful energy. This is the last card in the regular spread that I'm doing today. And this is about looking to your new horizon. And that's really what you're being asked to do this month. Once we get through the Tower energy and we hit Scorpio season and we are in your 9th house officially, the next year, Jupiter is going to be expanding your 9th house. Where do you want to take your new horizon? Where are your big visions? Where are you looking out? What intentions are you setting? Be very specific, because this is the asking the universe card. Step 1, asking. And you want to be very specific about what that is, because it's going to come to meet you over the course of the next year. And you want to be really locked in with that. You leverage this energy. Leverage it well and wisely. Leverage this fresh start. Center. Remember who you are. Remember that whatever partnership you want to have needs to have balance. It needs to flow. Remember what lessons you learned from burning this down. Have it all inform where you're going with this, because this is beautiful, you Pisces. I love it. I love it so much. Now, I'm going to pull a final card from Tarot of the New Vision, which is the oppositional view from the classic Rider-Waite deck. So it takes every card and it looks at it from the opposite view. It's really cool. It's a really fun deck. And I think this month is all about us all changing our perspective and taking off blindfolds and seeing things from a different perspective. And that's intense. And oh my gosh, the High Priestess came out. I love this for you guys. Because to me, Pisces, you connect so much with the High Priestess. I mean, this is watery knowing energy. And so this card is the behind the scenes of the High Priestess throne. Normally we see one side of the veil, right? Now we're behind it. We're in the sacred zone. This is where your power is this month. Leveraging from the shadow side, leveraging from the other side of the veil. Because you have such a deep connection with it. Your knowing is very much tied in with being on this side of the veil. It's kind of a dark place. It's kind of a scary place. It's kind of a place where things aren't certain, but yet they are, right? Yet they are, because this is the knowing. This is being at the heart of the knowing. The knowing doesn't have good and bad. It doesn't go on a moral scale, but it's there. You all know exactly what you need to do this month. You all know exactly what you need to change this month. You all know what you need in order to be your truest manifestation of who you are and what you are. And you're going to feel pretty strong about that. I'm not going to lie. I mean, it's not going to be that confusing for you. However, it's going to be intense. And it's going to ask of you to have that wide range vision, to have that big understanding of it, to have the owl eyes, to have the eyes of the seeing. Utilize that skill, because you guys have it, and you're lucky to have it. Keep your long range vision on too. That's the other thing I would say. There might be some petty drama. There might be some arguments. There might be some static noise around you. But your goal this month is to keep your eye over the next year, even the next 6 months. Where are you headed? Because you can set it up right now to be yours. To be yours. And to be calibrated, and to be spiritual, and to be connected, and to be real. It is fantastic energy, you guys. I'm really excited for Pisces. I actually think this month you guys are going to be maybe the powerhouses of the month. Not kidding. Woo! All right, so I'm going to leave my website and my email address in the description box. I do private readings. I love working with Pisces. It's so good. I do Skype readings and phone readings. I can do pre-recorded readings, so you can check out my website for those details or email me with questions. Love to hear from you guys. I'm also going to leave a link for the jewelry I'm wearing so you can get a handle on that. And also I'm going to ask you guys in the description box, and I'm just right here right now, what would you like to see if I was going to do more videos, if I was going to do a subscription service where you could get more in-depth stuff and more materials and more things so that you could leverage energy? What would you like to see? Please chime in below. I would love to hear from you guys about what you see for that. See the vision for me giving you guys. I would love to give you more useful things that can help you. And I'm sending you all the best this October. Have so much fun with this energy. Leverage it. Be the powerhouses that I know you are. I love you guys, and I'll talk to you soon.